Okay, let me talk to you. You individuals that like working 2 and 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, individuals that like hustling any and everywhere. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Because you so conscious. Come here. Let me talk to you. Come here. You so conscious, you unconscious. Did you hear me? Huh? Did you hear me? You so conscious, you unconscious. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. You don't realize what's going on out here. Let me just think. Boy, he look at it. But let me talk to you for a moment. Yeah. I told you I was gonna come back on here and tell you a story about training your subconscious mind, because that's a secret that's untold. Individuals just don't really want to rap in people about it. Individuals are unknowingly tapping into their subconscious mind on their own when they do on the social media, they do on their blogging, they in the sports arena, entertainment arena. They're tapping into it because they're dreaming about it, they hoping, they're desiring it, they're not even knowing they're manifested on its own because they're being consistent. When you're consistent in your way of thinking, your actions, that's a form of manifestation. That's what form it is. So you're doing it unknowingly because you're consistent here. You see, a lot of people are inconsistent in life, period. So most people are consistent working for the man. Most people are consistent with their 9-to-5 job. Most people are consistent with their children, or consistent with hoping to get somebody, or consistent with their relationship, their spouse, their mate. They consistent with what they bring it to the table. They're not consistent with self. Yeah, that's for sure. You're not consistent with self, and that's what's catching you slipping. Okay, so before I go into the story, I just need to one more again, break down to you how you being played with your subconscious mind. The script has to be written through prayer, meditation, consistency in the same lane of the way of thinking with the conscious mind, so you can manifest the subconscious mind to do what it do. Okay? Why you think when you call up on God and you don't even know what God you calling upon, but you need some assistance and some help, all of a sudden you get it? Don't tell me that ain't never happened to you. You stop it. Don't act like that ain't never happened to you. I know for sure it happened to me. Where'd that dog come from? Okay. Anyways, he definitely going in my backyard. You might catch something, catch you slipping. But a lot of individuals just don't see the negative and positive. They don't see the forest between the trees. They can't see it. They lost in that arena. They really honestly lost, because from their grandparents, their grandparents, and their parents, they've been trained to do one thing: go to school, get grades in school, maybe get a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, a PhD, a AA, certificates, trades. They've been trained to do that. They ain't been trained for nothing else, and that's a problem. You can't just train yourself to do what Massa said do. Okay, do what the government say do. They ain't already set that up for you before you was born. Come on, man. They some wicked folks when they don't want you to really learn how to read. You know when it was actually sanctions for anybody of color, according to them, color folks, to read? That means anybody that's not European and white. Do you know when they actually changed those laws for you to even do that? But yet still, you don't see how things change as time goes on. Whether it was good or bad, time changes things. But they learned this right here. They learned how to train your parents' parents, which now you part of that, your parents' parents' parents, generations how to train their subconscious mind. And if they could get them to do the same thing over and over again, day in and day out, every day, all day, every week, every month, if they could get them to do that on a regular basis, they know they got the next generation. It's nothing. They're training that subconscious mind to do what it do. And the subconscious mind, because they writing the script on the TV, they writing the script in the schools, they writing the script through your parents and giving it to you, and now you going out there trying to make it happen because you watching your parents, you watching your uncles, you watching your aunties, you watching those people you look up to, big brother, big sister, you watching your cousin, your best friend, somebody that you're watching, somebody at church, somebody where you're watching and you learning. At the same time, you going into the institutions and you learning some more. And you coming home seeing your mom and your dad or both of them struggle. Yeah, that's what you see. You see it all and you processing it, not knowing that you seeing this every day, all day. Your children is getting it from you right now. And what they learning? A script in the conscious mind. And it's carrying over to the subconscious mind. They learning more about that than the spiritual side. Yeah. The spiritual side ain't getting nothing. They learning more about the man ways than anything godly. Nothing loving, nothing godly. They learn about struggle world, bills world, how to make it world, how to survive world. They learning about that. That's why you work at 2-3 jobs and you hate it. Some of y'all working one job and you're doing about 10-12 hours. Ain't that for the birds? You say it all the time. It's for the birds, man. Gotta get out. You need to move. Yeah, you need to move. So let me tell you some things on how you can write a script for the subconscious mind and it's spookism to you, okay? You feel that prayer, what your grandparents taught you is spookism. You feel that before you even got here and they actually landed on Plymouth Rock here, okay? Foreign invaders, they was doing all kinds of things with the earth, the wind, the stars, the sun, the moons, and they was using precious elements from the land, from earth, from Mother Nature. Let me just give you one, because I'm crazy, right? So don't take this for granted. So you can do this with prayer, for real. You can do this with prayer. Yeah. Most of y'all feel like prayer don't even matter no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use what Kareem is going to say with you right now. If you extra conscious like Kareem was back in the day, and now you kind of like don't know which way to go and you lost, you kind of unconscious, okay? I've been there before, okay? So this is one part of my life I was at about 10 years ago, okay? I was using this. This right here is called a clear quartz because it got a pointed on it. It ain't nothing fancy. Just call it a pointed quartz. Clear quartz. You can find these bad boys kind of anywhere. They really cheap, you know. People use it for fanciness. People use it to charge energy. People will cleanse them and they'll set them out in the sun to charge them. They'll actually make sure they cleanse all whoever had it before them energy out, and then they'll actually put their intentions, their energy inside of it. They're actually adding some type of manifesting, adding some intentions, and so they can manifest what they need and what they want. Okay, sometimes you need a tool or instrument to fortify what you want to do based on what you believe. At that time, I wasn't heavy in the Bible, raised in it, and I was not really feeling the word of God, the Bible, King James. Wasn't feeling it at all. I knew it, read it back through front, understand it, but I wasn't feeling who wrote it. Okay, when I found out who wrote it, that gave me pause. I wasn't with all that, man. So, because it's got some, with it going on. So I reached all the way back into Africa days, Ethiopian days, when they started plagiarizing and stealing from Ethiopia and Egypt and other regions right there. I started reaching out heavy out there because I was like, I just can't. So while I was doing that, I said, I need another instrument. So it don't matter which one you use. You could use the word of God and pray. You could use crystals. You could use incense. You could use, what is called when they use alcohol, they have a process with that. You know, I have a name for it. I'm pretty sure you guys gonna put it down in the comments when somebody passes away and you. I mean, there's several ways of doing it, and people just think there's only one way, which is the Bible. Come on now, there's multiple ways. Come on, you're very, very extremely intelligent as a human being, highly intelligent. There's a God that lives in you. You are made in. They even put it in there. Own image. God-like image. He even says, ye are gods. For some reason, you don't think so. No, I'm not. That's not true. Okay. It only meant this. It meant that. Okay. All right. Let you tell it. Okay. So I don't think that the Creator, whatever you want to call it and give it a name, wanted you to just be struggling out here under somebody else's thumb. Huh? Wanted you to just be actually trying to figure out this thing called life. Huh? Want somebody else to take advantage of you like a hyena. Huh? That's what they doing. They literally taking advantage of you like little dogs, jackals, or hyenas, just actually pillaging you. You out here in the wild kingdom, and they got you under their thumb. They literally got you confused. They got your conscious and subconscious mind doing what they wanted ever to do. But let me get back to it. Okay? Look at this quick. This actually will hold your intentions. You know, a lot of you don't know. Well, let me help you. Because I was in IT for a while. I got my trade and certificates in that arena. And this right here, quartz and crystals, they're in pretty much all of your technology. Yeah, especially crystals, quartz, clear quartz. And other ones that are more potent than clear crystals. They help it move. But what does it do to the body? Oh, do you know that you're made of certain elements of the earth? Do you know that you are electrons, protons, water? You know, you have a lot of energies and elements inside of your body that they mimic, and they put it in different types of drugs. Yeah. They make up their own things right from earth. And then they'll add other chemicals to it, and they'll make, this is what they do. But this right here, a clear quartz, some of these things ain't just like a rock sitting on the ground, like them right down there. Everything ain't just rocks, okay, and decoration, decor. Some of these things do other things. They're hard to find. They're precious, like you. They're precious. Okay, so what I did, you can look up anybody on there and you think they a cool bird, and you look up something we're dealing with crystals. This ain't gonna make you worshiping no graven image if you are a devout Christian, or devout Jehovah's Witness, or devout Church of God in Christ, Pentecostal, or a Catholic, or you know, it's not gonna have you be going in, but you got a lot of Bible thumpers out there. I mean, literally go only by the scriptures. Ooh. There's history behind these things. But anyway, let me not get sidetracked. But these elements dealing with Mother Nature, these little quartz and crystals. Once you look up some videos on how to cleanse them, how to add your own intentions and charge them outside under the sun. You have to have some form of belief in it, just like you have in other things that you believe in. And once you do that, you know, this is just an instrument. You don't really need it. You can just pray. You can literally just meditate. You don't need no instrument. But this is a form for individuals that are so conscious, they unconscious, and so far removed from the God in them. Yeah. Sometimes you need a little assistance to help you get through, help you get by, because you're a little lost. Okay? So if you take this right here, right? Anything you want, you can hold it, boom. Your energy, and this energy will fortify what your intentions is. Okay? I did this. This is how it went. Back in 2012, no, 2011, I had did my taxes. I was done with the man. I wasn't paying nothing. I had put that Social Security to the side, and I said I'm gonna reach on the back, and the back has an account number on it. So the back had an account, and the front has a routing number. I'm not gonna show you the signs of that. It's there. It's out there on YouTube and whatnot. So you only could get so far with this information. Yeah. But I decided to try it. So I was doing all kinds of things with that Social Security number. So I decided to take a little further. That's another story. So put down below ones and whatnot if you want me to speak on that a little bit more. So I decided to take it a little further, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna fill out me some 1099 OIDs. Probably don't even know what that oath is and whatnot. I'm gonna fill out me some 1099As, 1099Bs, 1099Cs. Yeah. And I'm gonna go to my tax preparer out here in California or Arizona. I was going back and forth seeing my baby mama, the mother of my child. We reconciled, so she's my wife now, but we were separated at the time. I was going back and forth between each state looking for a good tax preparer that could help me with these 1099As, Bs, Cs, and the actual 1099 OIDs. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put all the debt, because I was taught that I'm the creditor, which is true, and they the debtor. I'm gonna correct this information. Yeah. There's several ways of trying to get these Jesuits to act right. And I was learning a lot of information from the Hebrew Israelites, learning from the Moors, and learning on my own. Yeah. So I was like reading. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of information. I can go this way with the birth certificate. I can go this way with the Social Security number. I can go this way with the business, LLCs, corporation, unincorporated. I can go this way with a corporate sole. I can go this way with a tax. Let me try the tax return out right now. Just let me try that right now. So everybody else doing their tax return, they way. I decided to do mine a little different. Now, don't try this at home. I'm just telling to let you know. I'm not no financial advisor. This is just my true story, okay? So, I decided to take my tax return, and I got the debts that I collected, not all my debts, but the big ones. Credit cards, and a car that got repoed. That's what I started with, about maybe 4 different credit cards, and then a vehicle that got repoed. I put all them bad boys on 1099 A's, B's, C's, and D's. No, A, B, and C. And then I did 1099 OIDs. I couldn't find nobody to help me no tax-wise prepare out in California. Drove out to see my son, found some lady, Hispanic lady, in Arizona. She said, I'll knock those out for you. I said, cool, appreciate you. She didn't even put her name on it. She just said, you know, your name out there. I said, I don't have no problem. I just need you to make sure I did it right. She filled them out. I filled out the forms, and I reversed the creditor's name, which they had their name in the wrong slot. I put my name in the right slot. And I pretty much sent all that information to IRS and said, you owe me. It came out to like $44,000 and some change. So when it came time to get your taxes, I filled this all out around January of 2000, and I believe 2012. I didn't get my money like everybody else was getting theirs in February, March, April. You know, I was told from some other people that I knew, you can use some of my children, because you need, you know, because I got too many kids. Put them down on yours and you can get paid. But I didn't like the fact that I didn't like the split. I was only gonna get half. I'm like, I'm putting my name in risk, you putting your name in risk, you getting your tax return with the kids, but you got more other kids, but I'm only gonna get 50%. I need more than that. But I'm pretty sure that was the going rate. But I'm like, nah, I'm not using nobody else's kid. I'm about to get this $40,000+ from actually having IRS correct these creditors' issues. I didn't get nothing. February went by of 2012. March, April, May, June. Now I'm kind of in transition of seeing if I'm going to stay in California, if I'm going to come back to Arizona and be next to my son. I was in that transition in my mind because I was already making about, 28 at that time, $28 an hour, was at 42, but I took a permanent job and I was at 20, and they wanted me for long term. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay. I knew now I'm about to bounce, get my stuff together. I'm consolidating my life, and I'm going back to Arizona to be next to my son. But I'm kind of broke. Gave me a severance check. Now I'm out flipping vehicles, hustling, trying to make ends meet. But I'm now moved in with my mom and dad. Oh, yeah. Whew. I was in my, late 30s around that time. Around 30s, 37, 38, something like that. Yeah. Living with them. No, 37, 38. Living with them. Car got repoed. The car that I had then got repoed. I'm not having that constant, money coming in that's about $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I done ran through my severance money. Now I'm on unemployment money. Still sending half of that to the Queen for my son in Arizona. Waiting. I think it's now around, was living with my folks for about maybe 2-3 months, maybe 4 months, about 4 months. All of a sudden, out of the blue, right? Because I started doing this. I said, man, I guess this ain't gonna happen, but I need something to happen for me. I need something to change for me. I'm doing my praying, I'm meditating. I'm doing my praying and I'm meditating. All of a sudden I say, you know what? I was listening to this brother named Dahudi Maharaj, one of my first master herbalist teachers. Yeah, master herbalist teacher. Dahudi Maharaj. He was talking about quartz. I started researching about them quartz and everything while doing my praying and my meditation. I don't know which one worked. It might have been prayer. It might have been meditation. All I know is I was doing all three. I took this, put it where my third eye is, and I said this small prayer outside while this bad boy was focused on the sun. When the sun was up, faced up, and I would do my small prayer. I need you, Creator. Bless me. I need you, Creator. Bless me. Change my life. I need assistance to get out there where my son is, to be close to him. And I don't need to be financially stressed. I just repeated that over and over again. It was not verbatim like that, but it was pretty much like that. Same old thing. I need to be out there with my son. I need your help, Creator. And I don't need to be stressed out going out there with my son financially. I need your help. Man, I must have did that for about 2-3 weeks, along with praying at night and meditating in the morning. I was kind of doing this repetitions. My dad caught me outside in his backyard and we was laughing. Look at this fool. That's what my mom told me. Said, dude, what is that he holding in his hand? So I explained to her what it was. And she said, do what you need to do to help you get through. I needed that. But I was down, man. Car got repoed. Chose to leave the job, and I was collecting unemployment, not seeing eye to eye with my queen. So that was in my mind, it's over. I'm done with her. I just need to get next to my boy, and I need to give myself a place and all that stuff. Man, telling you, I did that for maybe about 2-3 weeks. Got a knock on the door. It was the postman, the mailman, and asked, was Kareem here? I'm like, no, because I'm in court suing people for debts and got them in court, standing on my square, knowing that information about the courts. I can actually give people problems up in court. They be a fool for suing me, I'll give people problems because I know what I'm doing. I really do. Change venue, everything. But I was tired. I was relocating to Arizona, so I wanted all my cases to be gone. So I'm like, oh my God, they found me. Now they serving me, and I got to show up. And I'm like, I don't want to be dealing with none of these. I just want them to be gone and all these court things that I'm dealing with to be over. I don't want to fight no more because I'm relocating to Arizona. Man, he said, I don't care. It don't matter to me since you don't want to sign. That ain't who you are, because I gave him, that ain't me. That's my brother. He don't live here no more. He walked away. He said, okay, cool. I said, hold on. That's me. I'm Kareem. Let me see some ID. Now he don't believe me because I gave him another name before. I said, man, I'm dealing with some court issues right now. I don't want to be served. That's what I think you are. Registered mail. You sign for it. Because you have to understand, signature, registered mail, they all play a part. So when I knew I was signing for it, they got me. They about to serve me, and now I got to show up to court, or it's going to turn into a warrant if it's something serious, civil or whatever, or criminal. So, lucky for me, it wasn't. It was mail from IRS with a check in it. And it said 44,000 and some change. Mind you, 10 months had went by. We somewhere in November. I'm like, what? The number was so familiar. Me sitting down with this tax preparer, I had to go into my actual folder. I carried around a little leather briefcase. I actually went through that bad boy, looked through all my paperwork, and I said, wow, it's here. This is it. So I looked and saw it was a letter in there with the number and an actual account number as well. Called it. They said, yes, this is such and such. This is fair. This is your tax return. It was a check from Treasury. I ain't never seen that in my life. I got immediately excited and lost my mind. That came out of nowhere. $44,000 and some change. Went down to the bank. That's a whole story in itself. Everything cleared. I spent all of it. Sent my queen that I'm married, remarried, and I sent her a bag. You know what I'm saying? Me some money. I was giving away money to a lot of people. That's what I am. I'm a cheerful giver. I pretty much gave out. If I look at it back in time, that 44 grand, I must have kept something like maybe 14. I gave away at least over $30,000. If you was around me, you got some money. You know, if you watching me and you knew me in Cali, you know who you is. You got some money. I was just bam, buying people stuff, trying to change people's lives. Not just trying to make friends. Listen, I want to show you how to get it. Not knowing that IRS had a different spin on that, and they was cracking down on individuals that was doing it. It wasn't illegal, but they didn't want the masses to find out about it. So about maybe a year later, they changed the rules and even tried to come back and get that. That's a story in itself. I didn't have to pay that back, but they came after me to pay that back. You know what I'm talking about? But I knew how to give the right information to be that to be left alone and be done with it. But the whole moral of that is that came out of nowhere. What if I would have took my brother or other people's advice and actually filed? You see what I'm saying? My regular tax return and used some kids, or some cousins' kids, or some other folks' kids at the job. Look, man, going to get this, you're going to get about $6,000, $8,000 back in return and give me half. What if I would have took that route? I wouldn't have never got that 44K. So the moral of this is you got to believe. You got to write that script in the conscience. I don't care if you manifest it. I don't care if you actually, what it's called, meditating. I don't care if you actually using crystals, quartz, whatever you're doing, rituals, whatever you do. One thing you need to do, you need to train your subconscious mind for what you want. I don't care what it is. If it's a spouse, if it's some money, if it's to change your life, if you love God, if it's for doing for people, it's for a house, it's for a betterment of society, community. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. If it's more than one person, it gets more serious and deeper. I don't care what it is. A car, if you meditate, pray on it, if you actually be consistent in your thought process, over and over again, speaking it into existence, it will come to pass. Look at them. They trained you how to do a 9-to-5 job and go to school. Didn't it come to pass? Because they playing chess out here. Not even close to checkers. Kareem. Peace.